the point I'm trying to make by saying this is, where are all of these fucking writers? And I was just looking through some writings of people like some of these Japanese writers Jessica loves, and I was also looking through like the Border trilogy of Cormac McCarthy. I don't see anything like that. Uh, to play with perspective, to play with ideas and whatnot. And so here's a book that I'm just planning to do probably sometime late this year or early next year, whenever I get the chance, depending on when I get a job or whatnot. But all of these people who are in academia, who get all of this time off, all of this obscene pay, all of these MFA accolades, they can just get anything published because they've got an MFA after their name. Why aren't they fucking even trying? Forget about whether they could write as well as me. They ain't going to be able to do it. But why don't they even try to put things in an interesting perspective, to try to formulate a narrative out of these things? Like I said, this book I'm doing now is 23 sort of tattered banners of a narrative that the reader is going to have to collate themselves. This next book that I'm going to do is I'm putting attention right there between a first person and third person, between a wife and a husband's viewpoints and whatnot. These are the ways to get into something in different ways, that you don't repeat yourself, and that it forces you to grow. So that now, when I do books after these two books, that this book I'm doing now and the next book, I have a greater palette of colors, so to speak, to narratively tell things. I can do things. Not only that, but if I do finally start writing plays, I can take some of these techniques into plays. And if I go back to writing poetry, I can take that into poetry. Most writers, though, they basically don't get beyond even the primary colors.